It's Mike Kinney, Car Stars and Roll Bars. We at the SEMA Show, Las Vegas Convention Center, Las Vegas, Nevada, 2022. Hold on to your socks. This is going to be huge, and you will definitely enjoy the ride. At the SEMA Show, everybody's talking about EV, electric vehicles. Well, our good friends here at X-Tech, they got some great solutions going on. I got Tom O'Brien over here and Irma. So Tom, tell us a little bit about some of this great technology you have for the EV batteries.
Well, thanks for stopping by. We do have some great technology for EV and 12-volt systems. Right behind you, we have our EVLT, which is a technology for checking the battery packs and the cooling systems for leak detection. As well, we have equipment for charging and discharging the modules in the battery packs, which is very important.
And one thing I hadn't really thought about, to be candid, when we talk about leak detection for all these EVs and the battery system, that alone can be a really big deal, right, Irma?
Of course, you know, the leak detection is a really big deal when servicing the battery packs. Of course, you got to make sure that the leak is up to the customer specifications and that the vehicle is safe to be back out on the road after the servicing the big batteries.
Beautiful. Tell us a little bit. So you've got also some very innovative 12-volt charging systems, because even EVs, they have need for 12-volt charging as well. Is that correct, Tom?
That's absolutely correct. Cool. And we have the 12-volt technology to be able to back that up and support our customers.
Nice.
We have diagnostic chargers and testers that are able to do that job very well. We support multiple OEMs right now with that technology as essential tools to them, and that equipment is really saving the day and saving them a lot of money, and really coming to the aid because we design our equipment to their precise needs and specifications.
So you have a little better 12-volt battery charger than you would if you go to the flea market and buy one for $25, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say so.
We would say so. So you got to check these guys out. How do people find you on the internet?
Well, they can find us at our website, www.e-xteq.com.
Perfect.
And stop by our booth. We'd be happy to talk to you and tell us all about our amazing equipment. We have our full team here from Europe, Brazil, and of course the U.S., and we're ready to talk to you and tell you all about everything that we can do for you.
And I tell you, we're on the prowl here at SEMA. You got to check out X-Tech. Spending time with the great folks here at Fireball Tools. I have Jason Marburger with me, and I tell you, I'm an old hot rodder, or at least I'm really old, and I like having a big honkin' vise, as my granddaddy would say. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I offer for your consideration, this is a big vise. What in the world is going on with this, Jason?
This is the biggest vise on the market today. This is called the Fireball Hardtail. It is 270 pounds, has the largest opening of any vise up to 14 inches, and is practically indestructible.
Wow, and you'll notice we got this spinning wheel of death, and now I'm going to call it, and it's got different ratings on it, so explain to the viewers what was going to happen here.
So the idea is to, we have a load cell in the vise.
Right.
You spin the wheel, and whatever number this is, you're going to try to achieve that goal on the load cell. And it's whoever closest within, you win a prize if you get to 500 pounds plus or minus.
Plus or minus, so what's some of the higher values you've seen in some trade shows?
I've seen a maximum 36,000 pounds with just the handle. Yeah.
36,000 pounds.
That is amazing.
So above and beyond the competition, the spinning wheel of death, that's my phrase for it now, man, sorry, is what's great with this for all the builders out there and they got the shops, you need something big and heavy, if it's going to be overhung a little bit, this can handle it.
You can handle it. You can use it as a shop press. So if you have a small workplace and you don't have a hydraulic press, you could substitute this for it. We have lots of jaw options for bending dies, for holding tubes and pipe. If you do a lot of U-joints, you can supplement this tool for that.
We're going to be obviously capturing a lot of shots here in your booth. Tell us about these fab tables. I've seen a lot of fab tables over there, a lot of them homegrown. This one looks very well thought out.
This is a solid piece of cast iron, one piece. There's some of the heaviest on the market. This one behind me weighs 3,000 pounds. This little one is 1,500.
Little one's 1,500.
Yeah, they're the flattest and the most rigid table on the market today.
And for the viewers, the builders, you know what I'm talking about. For the viewers, the flatter, the tighter you can get this, and you're setting up your frames, you're setting up your suspension, just setting up some weldments, right? Everything stays true.
Stays true, and then if you want to expand your tables, you can hook them together so where you're not locked in at one size all the time. As your budget grows and you want to expand your table, just keep adding more to it.
Keep adding more to it. You got to check these guys out. So how do people find you?
Fireballtool.com, that's where you can find us.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
We're on the run at SEMA. Enjoy the ride. At SEMA, you're looking at all this great storage capability. When we found these cool guys out of Canada, Cabinets by Hayley. I've got Cameron Hayley to my right. And dude, I got to tell you, is there a way can I sneak this in the garage to keep Mary distracted long enough? Because this is off the hook cabinets, man.
Well, the cool thing is they're freestanding, so we'll just wheel them right in your garage. She'll never know. In and out in a couple hours, I tell you.
Yeah, in and out in a couple hours. I'll say, baby, it's always been here. All joking aside, you guys are out of Canada. You've been at this a while. I think you're third generation of a family-owned manufacturing product, right?
Yeah, our company's been in business for almost 50 years now. This company's been in business for about 15 years. We've kind of dedicated those 15 years to producing the highest quality cabinet we can. Being that we're local right out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, we're doing everything from a raw sheet of steel to the finished product. So lots of options to customize the cabinets, lots of intent that went into the design of the cabinets to create the best possible product for the customer.
And you're showing me, so there's lots of options for a given customer, so you can pretty much do a one-off if needed, correct?
Absolutely. A customer would provide us dimensions. We would customize everything from a 10-foot system all the way up to 50 linear feet of cabinets. Whatever you want, we can build.
Wow. So how do people find you?
Well, we're, again, right local in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That's where our shop is. But we're all over Facebook, Instagram. Cabinetsbyhayley.com is the biggest
There you
one.
go.
By all means, stop by, and we'd be happy to quote on something or just show you around.
Just show you around with Cameron. We can't thank you enough. This is really, if you want a cool place to put your tools, I think we just found it. Now we got to talk Mary into it. This may take a while. We're on the prowl at SEMA. As we're strolling through SEMA, every once in a while I come across technology. My basic response is, what? Back in the day, if you had a part, I need to replicate it or I can't find one. So you got your piece of paper and your number 2 Sharpie pencil. Well, these guys, I got Jason Peppers to my right. You guys have a whole different technology and you're not the new kids on the block. You've been this about 20 years or so. So tell me about your company and what you do.
So Creaform Technologies is a 3D laser manufacturing company. We have a technology that's used in the reverse engineering and the quality control of parts. So if a customer has parts that they can't repop and they need to reverse engineer, they can simply take a scanner, scan the part, and then actually create a CAD model and have that part manufactured.
Wow, and so back in the day when you had to draw something up, you might spend 20, 30 hours doing it, trying to get it right. So how long does it take to scan something, like what, probably half a day or something, no?
Not at all, not at all. If we wanted to scan the entire Jeep that's actually behind us, we're able to do that within a matter of an hour. So we can actually be scanned to CAD in minutes in most cases, depending on the part size.
So what you're saying, you can scan with your device, and then it automatically talks to the CAD machine, which in turn can create the fab drawings.
Almost. So we would scan the part, we would create those surfaces, and once we've created those surfaces, then we could actually communicate or send the file over to your machine to either be machined or 3D printed.
Fascinating. And I've been hearing some of the tolerances are up to plus or minus 9/10 thousandths.
That is correct. Single point accuracy in our blue laser technology is 9/10 thousandths of an inch, absolutely.
Wow. So how do people find you guys?
You can get us at creaform3d.com or stop by our booth, 37219, I believe is our number. We'll be here all week.
They'll be here all week. We're going to be here all week too because we got a bunch of more SEMA coming up. We'll be back. When you're at SEMA, you never know what you're going to find. We found a new product from our friends at Milwaukee, which is like really cool tools, that is going to be available in January. I've got Ryan Mack with me, and this is, I call it like a band sander. Now you've got the official, all the fancy terms,
we call
right?
it the M12 fuel band file.
M12 fuel band file. So that's a big phrase. What's it do?
Yeah, so really we see it a lot for grinding out metal, getting rid of welds, things like that. But really for automotive, it's all about the spot welds and being able to remove skins of cars and how to make users more productive while they're, have a pneumatic tool today that they're using, and getting rid of some of those frustrations by going to a battery solution.
And what's fascinating, we did a demo a little bit early before the interview, and it's so precise what you can do versus having a larger grinder that people rely on this pneumatic, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we added a lot of functionality, right? We want everything we do, we go to the field, we go to people's shops, we go to automotive users and talk to them about what they do, how they do it, why they do it. And we found a lot of frustrations around always going to their tool chest to go find an Allen key to make any adjustment, or going too deep because the tool really lacks the control or the noise around it. So with this tool, we have a couple unique things we did, right? We focused on the control, giving somebody the ability to go in different speeds. Just by hitting a button, you can actually turn this into reverse by holding the mode button down, and as well as having a variable speed trigger to give that control throughout the application. And if you're doing repeated applications, you can actually just lock the tool on.
Wow. Wow.
And then finally, I think the other thing that a lot of users will be excited about is instead of, you always seem to lose your Allen key that you're looking for when you need to make an adjustment to the belt, you get in a wheel well, you need to make, some type of different adjustment. You can actually move this thing for storage, or even any orientation that you're looking for to be able to get that access to the application you're looking for.
So essentially, just like all the other Milwaukee products, this is well thought out.
Yeah, we try to think through it as much as we can, and we will have two different versions. We will have an 18-inch as well as a 13-inch. So depending on what you're doing and what you're looking for, we will have two of these solutions available in January or February at $249 retail for each bare tool.
Wow, so where can people learn more about Milwaukee Tools, including this amazing new product?
Yeah, you can, obviously if you can come to SEMA, it's a great place, or go to MilwaukeeTool.com.
Perfect. Ryan, thank you very much. That is neat. I got to get one for my toolbox in probably January. I'll get on that early bidder list. We're on the prowl at SEMA. When you're at SEMA, you see all the cool stuff. And in your garage or in the plant where you work, you want to have a cool fan. Well, guess what I found? I found a big-ass fan. That's the name of the company. I've got John Young with me. First off, great fans, but I gotta ask, what's up with the name?
Yeah, absolutely. So we originally started out as a boring company called the HVLS Fan Company. And doing shows like this, people kept coming up and saying, oh, you guys are the ones that make the big fans, and like a bad nickname is stuck for 20 years.
Wow. And anybody that's checked you guys out, talk a little bit about, because you truly have a science of this, how you test them and you make sure they're going to perform before you throw them in the box.
Absolutely. So we have our own R&D facility on site within our big-ass campus in Lexington. So we do all this testing and stuff in-house. Also, we have all of our own staff of engineers, so everything, all the products are engineered in-house by big-ass fans, so proprietary, like, patents, things of that nature, and we know what it's going to do, and if you need more, probably before you even leave the door, so.
Wow. And now we got a big-ass one behind us. Is that like a 20-footer?
Yeah, it's roughly probably about a 16 to 20-foot fan.
Wow.
That's our premium line option. Best-selling fan, Powerfoil X.
Wow, that is phenomenal. And then you have a version like an evaporations type
Yes,
as
sir.
well?
Yep, so we have one of these over here. We also just launched our own line of evaporative coolers. So kind of a cheap air conditioning way, especially out here in this neck of the woods. Works great with dry, humidity, things like that, or low humidity environments.
Absolutely correct. Before we leave, these guys have talked me into a demo, so you're going to see a kind of an airflow demonstration to my locks. How do people get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. So bigassfans.com, you can go on and submit any kind of like information for projects. We got cards here. 877 Big Fans is our toll-free number. You can call in anytime and just ask for John.
And all joking aside, what fascinates me with this company, you can kind of design to spatial needs, right?
Yep.
Versus, hey, this is what's on the shelf, make do.
Exactly. Every order is built custom, so there are usually about a 2-week lead time to get anything shipped out, so they're not, like you said, just sitting on the shelf collecting dust. We customize every recommendation, every project that comes in the door, and we also have software available where we can actually take the dimensions or facility layout and put together a layout and airflow analysis to show somebody what the fan's capable of doing before they have to purchase anything.
Dude, you nailed that one.
Yeah, buddy.
We're going to be out running SEMA, but before we leave, I think they're going to test drive their fan on my hair. Well, I think I know who the winner's going to be. We'll be back. Anybody's got a hot rod or your favorite car, you know you want to have a great shine. And when you think about great shines, somewhere in that sentence, you're probably going to be talking about mother's polish. So, Peter, it's great to have you with us, man. And I appreciate you taking time out. Mother's, tell us some of these great products.
How you doing, folks? Pete, based out of New York. I'm a subcontractor for Mother's Waxes and Polish. One of the first products Mother's came out with, most people know about, is their Magnet aluminum polish.
Yep.
Very easy to use. Brings out a beautiful shine in aluminum. You'll get aluminum looking like chrome. Yeah. And we have a entire lineup of product based on consumer grade all the way up to the professional grade. Some of the last stuff we introduced was ceramic coatings, ceramic detail sprays, washes, etc. All very easy to use, very forgiving, puts out a great shine that Mother's is traditionally known for.
Oh yeah, she's kind of a league of her own. So how long's Mother's been around, kind of, sort of?
Mother's has been around since the early 70s.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and the Magnet aluminum polish, like I say, was one of their first products.
And I tell you, your display, you're outside at SEMA, great place to be at her, and you got some great rides in your tent, brother.
Beautiful trucks in this tent right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of these are contenders for the Battle of the Build.
Could be Battle of the Build. So how do people find Mother's?
Mothers.com. We're in most of the automotive retail stores, Walmart. If need be, just go online and find us, and we're there.
We're there. Pete, thank you very much. We know how we can get a shine on our camera before the week's over. We're still on the prowl at SEMA. As we're strolling SEMA, and people go, man, I see some cool car. I'd like to get one of those. Who could I talk to? Well, I'm pretty sure the guys at Mecum would be glad to help you out. And I got John Craman to my left, and you're kind of like the head guy on the inside of what goes on with Mecum. How you doing today, brother?
Man, Mike, doing really well. So glad you stopped by. Really proud to be here at SEMA. Mecum, as the world's largest collector car auction company, promoting an auction we have here in Las Vegas next week. In the same building, Central Hall.
Whoa, so you guys are right moving here. Up.
Yes.
Woo! So I got it. You've been at this for a while. I've been at it. We're big fans of hot rodding. What have you seen the last couple of years where collectors, the interest is getting peaked, for lack of a better phrase?
You know, it may surprise some of your listeners, Mike, that The reality is the collector car market in general, across the board, never been stronger, never been better. Prices are high, quantities are high, quality is high. Got to give a lot of credit to shows and exhibitors like we're seeing here at SEMA that continuing to push the envelope on making so many plug-and-play upgrades for vintage cars. And just a couple of cars right behind us here within your camera view, perfect example of that. The 57 Bel Air with that vintage look, but with fully modern fuel-injected engine, computer-controlled automatic, four-wheel disc brakes, aftermarket chassis. Very typical of what we're seeing here at SEMA. Very typical part of the future of car collecting.
So I think we call those like a resto mod.
Resto mod is exactly it. Blending a vintage car with modern upgrades. This is what this huge event is all about.
And so what I love about those, so you got that cool look, but the reliability and some of the safety features of a newer model. Now, before we let you go, because you're a busy guy, I think we wait in line for this interview because it's worth it with him. So what's a couple of your more memorable auctions in the last few months or year or so where everybody on the block kind of went, wow, that was cool?
Well, great question, and it has a SEMA connection. 2 years ago at this event, up on this very location here, was the 1968 Ford Mustang Bullet from the movie, the famous Bullet Mustang.
The Bullet.
The Bullet. We had it on display here. We predicted at that time we would have anywhere between a $3 and a $4 million price. If we go to Mecum Kissimmee 2 years ago, it brought almost $4 million, and we debuted it right here at SEMA a couple of years ago. Mission accomplished.
Woo! Wow, now that was fun. So how do people find Mecum Auctions?
Mecum.com, that's spelled M-E-C-U-M, lots of information on there. And I would encourage anybody that's listening and sees this, go to Mecum.com, sign up to be a My Mecum member. It's free. It gets you on the back side of the website.
And they're also, that's where you guys can reach out if somebody wants to sell a car or buy a car. You can walk them through because there's some processes involved and make sure everybody has a good time.
Yeah, that's a really good point. For both buying and selling, Mecum.com, and always want to say too, spectators more than welcome at a Mecum auction. We'll be here in Vegas again next week. Tickets $20 in advance, $30 at the door. Beautiful. Kids 12 and under free.
And I've been at many of your Mecums. We rolled a car across the block. This is a big shoe, as they'd like to say, with Ed Sullivan back in the day. Well, John, thank you so much for being here. Friend. You got to check them out. We are on the prowl at SEMA. When you're at SEMA, you got to talk about horsepower. When you're talking about horsepower, yeah, we're alive. We got stuff going on behind us. You know you want good parts, and I don't know of a better place to get the good parts for your race car or your hot rod, your street rod. And the folks here at SEMA, and you see at the World Speed Shop, I've got Tommy Dupree with me, and for you guys, that's more than just a tagline, huh, brother?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we live, sleep, breathe it. Yes, you can build anything you want with a car. It was stock, pro stock, top fuel, whatever you want. We have parts for everything.
So, because I'll go through your book and I'm going, oh, you have that too. So, what? I guess it's easier. What don't you have? And the answer is not much.
You know, it amazes me every day. I walk through the store, get into the website, something's new all the time. You really got to try to stay on top of it. There is not much that we don't have, but new things are being invented all the time. The stuff that you and I used to fabricate and spend hours, now we have it on the shelf. You know, it's quite the process now.
And if I'm not mistaken, you have all kinds of options for a complete motor assembly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can piece it together for you, or you can do a crate motor. It's several different manufacturers and options. Yeah.
Woo! So, what's the favorite part of being part of the Summit family?
Well, today's my 12-year anniversary with the company.
Congratulations! There you go.
Yes. No, it's been quite a ride. I get to see all parts of the world I would have never seen, talk to car guys like me, and that's important for us to help people understand that we're actually car guys too.
Absolutely.
We have our own hot rod, so we love their passion. Anytime we talk to them about their build, that's sincere. We want to make sure they're getting what they need and not having to return something, and make sure it's right for them.
Make sure it's right for them. And so how do people find Summit?
Well, the best thing is summitracing.com on the World Wide Web. But 800 number, 800-230-3030. We're on all forms of social media. We have 4 actual retail outlets in Ohio, Nevada, Georgia, and Texas. You can stop by any of those, go in and touch the parts. It's a Big Boys Toy Store, if you will.
The Big Boys Toy Store, and I love that tagline, the world's speed shop. Tommy, it's been great talking to you.
Sure, thank you.
You heard it from me. When you go with Summit, you ain't gonna go wrong. We're still on the prowl at SEMA. Anytime you have your hot rod, your family automobile, you know you want to have good shine. And there's all the major polish companies out there, nothing against them. But somebody I've become a fan of is Adams Polish. And I got Eric McCarthy with me, right?
Correct.
And how's it going in the world's Adams Polishes, man?
It's amazing. We're busy. We're doing a lot. We travel a lot. We get to see a lot of cool car shows, meet a lot of cool people.
And if I recall, you're really known for your detail spray, and I think some of your metal polish, is that right?
Detail spray, metal polishes, they're super popular. Detail spray has been our #1 seller for almost 20 years.
Cool. And you happen to notice where there's this big sign that says new products, so it might be one or two you'd like to show the viewers.
100%. We're always innovating and trying to come up with new
Cool.
solutions for everybody. Some of our biggest sellers, our popular ones right now, is actually our glass coating. So if anybody's heard of ceramic coatings, the stuff that people are putting on their paints and love it, and the extra protection that you're getting, the actual glass coating, you're going to get that same effect on your windshield and all your glass. So you're going to get the great beading, the cleaning effects. Bugs aren't going to want to stick to it. You're going to get better clarity, safer, and easier to use while you're driving. It's easier to see.
And it's for the glass.
100%.
Wow. So what's some of the favorite comments from your customers, if you got a couple off the top of your head?
Favorite comments? Let's see.
Essentially, everybody's in love with you.
100%. Everybody loves that we've been in business forever and that we're always innovating. They love the fact that we drive to innovate. And that's our biggest thing, because cars have changed a lot since we came into business 22 years ago. Things have changed worlds of difference in the detailing world, and we've innovated with that. So I think that's a good thing that people love to hear and see from us.
Absolutely correct. So how do people find Adams Polish?
Adams Polish is the easiest way to find us, either at an event or adamspolishes.com.
Adamspolishes.com, you heard it here. You got to check out especially this new glass cleaning product, protecting product, if I get the terminology right. We're still cruising SEMA. We're going to see you real soon. Anytime you're at SEMA, if you're a gearhead like me, you know the place you got to begin and maybe even end your tour is right here at the Hot Rod Alley. As you can see over both my shoulders, anything you want for your hot rod is right here in Central Hall. We're going to go check it out. Cruising SEMA, and they never forget the people, the pickups, because the pickups, you got to have a cool bed. And if you want to have a cool bed, you can go to like a Home Depot or Lowe's. Don't send me any postcards, please. And so give me some plywood. That's one approach. Or you hook up with our good friends here at Bedwood. I've got my good buddy Jeff Major with me, and you guys, you've been doing some of these really cool Bedwood before I think it was even cool, right?
Oh, absolutely. And we've got it now in our Bedwood brand, which is for the classic truck.
Yeah.
Any truck that had a factory wood floor all the way back to 1928. And then, you know, guys with the late model trucks said, man, we wish we could have a wood floor.
Sure.
So we developed the retro liner, which is a real wood bed liner for any truck with 2022 and back. But going all the way back to your 67 C10s, you're like this one, the square bodies.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
And also your old El Caminos, Rancheros.
Wow.
You name it, all the way up to if you got a new Ram. We'll put it in your new Ram for you.
And if I recall, Jeff, that you guys also, you can kind of get like this Brazilian, Australian zebra wood stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We've got about 20 woods we work with, both domestics and exotics from different places around the world.
Cool.
Really depends on the look you want to achieve. Pick up something that actually matches your paint, matches your interior, and pulls it all together. Because that truck bed is the largest flat surface on the truck.
Exactly correct. So what's been some of the feedback from your customers? I'm highly confident you got a couple of really cool stories.
Yeah, it's really that we listen. We listen to them and don't try to cram them in a box. And we build a kit that fits their truck.
Nice.
So they can personalize it. And also we can do as much custom work as they would like.
Beautiful.
And then the retro liner, people are just losing their mind over that. That, and then when they order, we deliver.
Beautiful.
They're not having to wait half the year to get a product.
You're not having to wait half the year, but also just notice what he's saying, viewers, that you can kind of do custom to make sure it fits their specific truck application.
We can do that, and then we're 100% American made.
God bless that, right?
And it's going to stay that way.
There you go. So how do people get a hold of Bedwood?
They can go to bedwood.com.
There you go.
They can just give us a call. You name it.
You name it, they'll be there.
It's at the SEMA Show this week.
Or you can stop by SEMA, call you guys and ask for Jeff, right, buddy?
There you go. Just give us a ring and we'll fix you up.
They're going to fix you up. We're going to fix you up because we're still on the prowl at SEMA. We're on the floor at SEMA, meeting new people. I've had a chance to hook up with some old friends and people we've known for a while. We got Craig Majorana, I think I got on that one. I get close?
Close, Majorana.
Majorana, all right. We'll go with Craig. And everything what you guys have been doing in Classic Industries, you and I've talked before, and for the viewers, if you don't have their catalog yet, you got to get it. To me, it's like the Sears and Roebuck for hot rodding, right? So tell a little bit about the catalog and what's been going on in Classic Industries.
Well, this year we've kind of tried to spread it around a little bit. We jumped into a little bit of the 3rd gen Camaro.
Perfect.
We made a whole slew of new taillights for those cars.
Nice.
We're selling full assemblies now. I think they're right around 320 assembly.
Wow. Complete assembly.
And we're also working on broadening the Ford range. I mean, you see behind me here, we've got Ford truck. Yep. Our initial venture into Ford was Mustang. So that was just our way of kicking open the door, letting people know that Classic Industries is now taking over Ford as well. And we're gonna start there. We're gonna bump in the truck, and then we're gonna move into the big body Fords also.
And what's neat with your products, if you have an issue, you take care of it. And viewers, I swear, there's been times I ordered from them, and I think I got it the same day or pretty close.
I mean, if we can get it to you that quick, we would. I mean, I'm sure there will be a drone service that'll be able to deliver them to you.
And as I recall, you've got a fair amount of square footage now in one of your facilities. I think we talked about that before.
We're moving into 3 warehouses that are busting at the seams, and always looking for more real estate. And gradually, as we move into more of these lines, we need more room for parts.
You need more room.
And we're really trying to. The more stuff we have in stock, the easier we can get you parts.
Exactly correct. And you've been a big supporter of a lot of events here in the area, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Mopart's a Strip now, Muscle Cars a Strip. So that's what I like about Classic Indos as well. You really go out of your way to assist and promote the hobby.
Well, not only that, we try and get out and rub elbows with the people, because we are car guys that are in this business. So, even though I've done TV shows, I don't play the celebrity role. I'm just a normal car guy. I'm missing body parts, I get out there and I talk to the people and I meet guys like you.
Yeah. And we get to meet guys like you. Craig, we can't thank you enough. How do people find Classic Industries?
You can go to classicindustries.com or oerparts.com for the manufacturing side of things.
Sounds great. And you got to check these guys out, the Classic Industries, and you got to check out where we're going to be next at SEMA.